Good morning, brothers and sisters. I know it's been a few days since I've gotten one up. Been getting up and finding little things that needed to be done. Then they turn into big projects. For 2 weeks straight, I've been working on something. My house is coming together. And once I get it all together, I'll go through with my phone and show you everything that I have. Everything, not that I have, but everything I've gotten done. What I've got is not much. But I did have a prayer answered. Well, kind of a prayer answered. I had been looking for a cabinet for my kitchen. And I wanted to go retro, really, like kind of a retro look with it, but I didn't know whether or not I would be able to find a retro type looking cabinet. Or just any kind of, maybe even like the wood cabinets with doors on them and shelves, it didn't matter. But I never imagined I would get what I got. I got a cabinet where the top of it is shelves. Then it has a drawer, and then it has doors where there's two shelves. And the bottom of it is like, it goes all the way down to the bottom of it. From the only shelf down, then there's like a big opening in the bottom where you can put stuff like pots and pans, which is kind of like, I remember either my mom having or somebody had something like it. And it's metal. And it's turquoise, which pretty much matches just about everything in my kitchen. Well, with the blue, I got the blue going on, and I got the blue walls, and everything else is white. Well, it's got like a turquoise color, but the drawer is white. So I'll show y'all that. And I got a birthday gift from my friend. She bought me a brand new refrigerator. It is so huge I could sleep and roll 5 times in it, darling. I actually could put my refrigerator in it and still have room. That's how, it's a bigger General Electric one. And what it was, she wanted me to have glass shelves. She couldn't stand the wire ones where nothing wants to set up on. And I agree with that. They're kind of like you can buy these plastic things that lay on them where you can put stuff in there and it'll set up, but it belonged to the complex. Okay, well, it's still here. I put it in my spare room and got it plugged in, so whenever I go grocery shopping, and whenever I get grocery shopping done on the first, I can get a lot of refrigerator stuff to go in that, and this one I could basically turn that one into a second freezer if I needed to, but I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like it. I'm laying back in my chair because I just feel like I need to. If you can see that thing right there, that right there is a plastic. Well, I don't know how to get my finger on it. Oh, goodness griefers. That is a plastic shelf. That is a plastic shelf. I can't even hardly think. Oh, goodness. Anyway, please keep me in your prayers. I'm having a personal issue, and it's got to do with being raw in certain areas, and I don't like it. Where I sweat, under my belly, where I have the Dunlap disease. For those of you who don't know what the Dunlap disease is, it's where your belly dunlapped over your belt loops. We always call that the Dunlap disease. It's not a catchy one. It's not even a real disease. It's just a name for your belly being too fat. And it spilled over. It's no longer a muffin top. It's a 3-layer wedding cake that smashed all together, I guess you'd say. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, just keep me in your prayer about that, please do. There's something that's been kind of coming to I don't know if it's just my thoughts or in my heart or what, but there is a lot of people, which I do enjoy watching, all of these ones like Tyler. I enjoy watching Tyler. I enjoy watching Watchman River Channel, Tom. I enjoy watching Chad Thomas, Watchman 88. I enjoy watching Uptime Community and Uptime Uptime Church. And I mean, I really do. I enjoy watching all these programs, all these videos and stuff. But and there's another guy too, but I can't remember. His is, I think, Dreams and Visions, which I kind of have. I have to take what he takes with a grain of salt. What he says. I was getting a drink of coffee. My oh my, that tastes so good. Makes me want to jump, if only I could. But if I jump, I shall fall and bust my butt on the floor and all. We're not going to do that, you see. I don't need that pain, you know. Break a hip, see a pip. Go watch Gladys Knight and the Pips, whatever they are. But anyway, even that was a little bit before my time. Do you want to see the baby? One baby. Okay, there's the fat baby right here. There's Biggin. This is Biggin right here. He's laying here asleep. And Littleton is underneath here. Let me see if I can find her here. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get her here. There she is. There. Wait. Raise your head up, baby. There she is. Do you see her right here? That's the baby girl. All right, you can lay back down now. She's laying underneath my curtain that's going to go on my spare room to keep the heat, well, to knock some of the heat out when we have that hot heat wave next week, you know, and everything. And then I'm also going to try to do one in my kitchen, too. At least I want to try to do one in my kitchen. I don't know. But anyway, laying all jokes aside, this is something that's been on my heart and my mind for, well, I know it's been on my mind, okay? And that is, all these ones I just mentioned are really like totally focused on, you know, getting people ready for the rapture. And they're focusing on the time and date of it, okay? Well, number one, after watching these and really enjoying the, you know, the uplifting, because they do uplift you with you know, hope, and they also give you I'm trying to think how to put it. Encouragement. Okay, they give you hope and encouragement. But the thing of it is, they're focused only on the rapture happening, okay? And that's a good thing, to keep your mind set on things above, because that's where the rapture comes from heaven, to get us and take us home. But the one thing that we're not, and well, now I got to say Tom does, because Tom does the, you know, he does the gospel at the end of every video, so he does. And then Tyler does sometimes on Generation 2434. And so does Watchman 88 Chad Thomas. He also does that on his. But there is some that is totally just focused on the time of the rapture, when it could happen. It could happen anytime. And it could. It could. The signs are all around us. It could happen at any given time. But we need to continue focusing on the lost. Don't scare them, you know, by saying, you know, stuff. You just got to be truthful. And I mean, I'm kind of the ones that just spills it out like it is. I don't care if I hurt someone's feelings. It's not hurting their feelings. It's bringing conviction over them for their choices they've made. And there's nothing wrong with convicting. Well, not me convicting, but the words that I speak, which are words from the Word of God, you know, that convict. Now, if I'm doing it out of my own and I make someone mad over something I said, then, you know, about me saying something about them in a personal way, which really you can get no more personal than to have, you know, your, I'm sorry, brothers and sisters, I'm having issues today. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Okay. Anyway, you are. Would you lay down and quit that? You are. She's moving underneath the blanket and making my. I just got my legs settled where it's comfortable and stuff. But anyway, if you're taking your time and you're like telling someone something because your point of view, it's what you think, it's what you feel, then you know what? Back up. It's not about your feelings, it's not about your. It's about what God puts on your heart to tell people. Okay? Like, I will say this right now. I love my nephew with all my heart. I do. I love him. But he doesn't want anything to do with me because I told him the truth of what he's doing. And who has a better right than to tell him than his own uncle who lived that life before? The Lord changed my life. I'm just saying, you know. He told me that he could never forgive me. I don't think I could ever forgive you was his exact words for what you said to me, because you hurt my feelings. And I want to say I said to him, I hurt your feelings what? Telling you the truth. Because I know the truth now, and I want to share the truth with everybody that will listen and everything. And he was like, oh, that feels much better doing it like that. Okay, oh, much better. Oh, now that feels much better. I had to put my feet up in that area, you see? That's what I wanted. I just wanted that so bad. I mean, you don't hurt someone to be hurting them, okay? You can bring from the words of God, not your own mouth. Let the words of God come through you. Let God speak through you to that person. When you read the Bible and you study the Bible and you watch preachers and stuff, you begin to know and you begin to grow. And as you grow, you need to share what you've learned, and what you've learned is the truth. And you need to basically get it to where you can okay, there we go. I had to set up a little boot. Just a little boot. But it's not exactly. I'm gonna send this back. I'm not comfortable in this chair. You're not? No, I'm not. Not at all, am I? So y'all gonna have to come and get this chair because it's not comfortable to me. It's not. No. This chair I just got is not comfortable at all to me. I'm gonna have to get another one from them. But anyway, I know it's an oversized chair, but it doesn't have enough butt space in it. It's almost like you're sitting on a pew, or not a pew, but it's sitting on like a park bench where you don't have a full length of your legs. You're just sitting there to relax a little bit from walking or jogging or whatever you've done. Trust me, I ain't gonna do no jogging. Very little walking because I get wobbly and I'll fall. And if I fall, I can't get up. And then I gotta call lift assist, and it's kind of embarrassing. But anyway, yes. But anyway. Anyway, I was trying to think how to put this. Okay, well, this is what it was. Okay, well, when you're telling someone the truth from the Word of God, then you're literally letting them know that what you have learned yourself, where God has brought you from. And God did bring me from and deliver me from the homosexual life. And I got to honestly say, I was confused when I was in it, because I thought that's the way I was born. I thought that's who I was. But you know what? When you think of the creation and you think of how God made everything perfect, why would He have made people to be gay when He made people to be married to a male and female together, married, so that they could repopulate the earth by having babies, okay? Why would He fix it to where two men or two women are married who together cannot have children? And when a child is brought into a home like that, that child isn't getting it isn't getting brought up properly, because the thing of it is, when you got two men or two women, you're missing one thing. Yeah, one of the women may be mannish or whatever, like a man type figure or whatever, what they call a dyke. And that means more male than, got more of a male persona than she does a female. But and you may have it with two men where one's more feminine than the other, so that would be the mother type and the other one would be the father type. Of course, they call them dad and daddy, mom and mommy. I think I don't know, because I got involved with this one person that had a daughter, and she called me daddy and called him dad, and it all felt weird. It didn't feel right. None of it did. Never did. Never did feel right. There were times I was caught up in it and it felt right. But when I sat and thought about it, really truly thought about it, and think about it now, it never was normal. Now, God made male and female. God made the female with the male to do and to procreate life, children, which means God had it made for one man, one woman to be mom and dad to children, which means they have the right, they have the mind to be a dad and a mom. I'm not saying everybody that gets someone pregnant is a dad. Some of them are just sperm donors. Okay, a lot of them are just sperm donors. They never have any intention of seeing nothing. They just wanted the pleasure without paying the game. Without having to truly be thinking about anything besides themselves. They want to think about themselves only, nothing else, just themselves. And I think I may have said that wrong the first time, but yeah, they just want to think about themselves. So, they're having pleasure, 3 minutes pleasure. In some cases, some it could be an hour or two, with floor play and all that stuff. They're enjoying the feeding of the flesh, not the feeding of love and compassion, which is what God made male and female. And God also created the sexes so that they could enjoy one another in that way. Not out of marriage, because if you're out of marriage, you're not really committed to that person. And you could go out and do anything, because you didn't say I do. Well, a lot of people say I do, and they really don't too. But like I was saying, we have to consider it like this right here. God made us male and female, okay? And for that reason, the man will leave his mom and dad and meet the woman that is his soulmate, and they will become one bone, one flesh. Now, do some people marry without it being God's will? Yes, I did. I married a female. I married my wife. Even though we're no longer together and she filed for divorce and everything, I still consider her my wife, okay? Because in God's eyes, there's no such thing as a divorce. But I was unequally yoked. She is and was a beautiful woman, inside and out. She just had issues of where if she got depressed or she got mad, she would take it out on me. And now that I think about it, my mom used to always say when someone is hurting, they'll take it out on the ones they love. And it's true. I've had that happen to me many times. Like my friend, my one friend, whenever she gets upset, she kind of takes it out on me. But I know that she cares about me. I know that she truly cares about me. She shows that all the time. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a friend like that before in my life. I don't think I've ever had a true friend like her. Never have I ever had a true friend like her. And I want to tell her that too. If I can remember to tell her that. Things hit me I want to say, and by the time it comes I can say it to him, I can't remember I want to say it. Anyway, that was just a joke laugh. But anyway, like I was saying, we have to put into consideration everything, from the fact that God made them male and female so that they can make life, not so they can get artificially inseminated and have a child and live with the same sex and raise that child as daddy and dad and daddy, or mom and mommy. No, that's not God's plan. That messes up a child's head. Do good kids come from that part? Yeah, but you know what? A lot of the time there's some kids that resent their real mom, whichever one had the baby, or if they adopted them. I don't think same-sex couples should be able to adopt a child. I really don't, because that's confusing that child. I don't think they should be able to get artificially inseminated. If it's not a male and a female together having babies and being together as husband and wife, being married under God, and raising children in a godly way, I don't believe they should be able. Now, if a husband and wife are trying to adopt, and it's truly a man and a woman, and they can't have children because either the wife's barren, she can't have children, or there's something wrong with the husband, then I believe they should be able, no matter what, they should, if they're good people and they get a good rapport on them, then they should find a way, because there's too many kids out there that don't have homes, in orphanages and stuff. They should allow these parents that can't afford all that stuff to get them out, just turn them over to them. Give them to a good family that will be a mom and a dad to them. Especially when they're babies, because from a baby, they're going to know that that's only their mom and dad. They don't know it is Bill and Frida, my adopted parents, Of course, in years, of course, when they get older and everything, which I don't think there's time for all that now, but, they will know that that's their adopted parents, but they loved them, and they'll be like a friend of mine's son who used to be a friend of mine too, but he passed away. So did she. Not the same time. But it wasn't her real son. It was her half brother. But the mother, which was someone that her dad had an affair with, when she had this boy, she didn't want nothing to do with him. So this dear friend of mine, who was like a mother to me, she took her half brother and raised him as her own child. Now, so the one he knowed as grandpa was actually his dad, and I'm sure he probably knew that too, and knew how it all worked out. When she even asked him, "Do you want to meet your real mom? I'll take you to meet her." And he said, "Nope. As far as I'm concerned, you're my mom. You're the one that raised me and took care of me." Well, the only thing bad about this person is he passed away in the homosexual life. So, I loved him as a friend. I really did. He didn't want to talk to me anymore after I put a comment on, or I put a status on Facebook about my niece and my nephew, and he said, just because you weren't weren't cut out for it doesn't mean they aren't. Let them live their life and leave him alone. And I ended up blocking him because instead of keeping him where he could see all of my posters and be able to come truly to God, that, he, I mean, it's sad. It really is that he died without truly knowing the Lord. Now, he did go to church one time because of having, I think he dabbled in witchcraft and he got a bunch of demons around him, and he went to church and supposedly he was delivered from them. Okay? Well, the one demon that he really needed to be delivered from, he wasn't delivered from. And that's the demon of homosexuality. Brothers and sisters, let us encourage one another as that day gets close to the rapture. But let us not overwear and talk about the rapture as if it's going to happen tomorrow. No man knoweth the hour of the day. We know by these signs, and those signs are everywhere right now. We know that the rapture could happen at any moment. But don't put your full focus on the rapture. Look for it. Look forward to it. Put your focus on warning people and teaching people and giving them hope. And the ones who don't know about the great hope of Jesus dying for our sins, tell them, show them, let them see the love of Christ through you. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to stop it here, but I love you. I'll see you next video, or I'll see you soon with Jesus. Bye.